it between 200 to 400. I play around with it, but I don't count my calories. It's kind of intuitive. I just look at my body and see where I'm at, and based off of that, I decide if I'm going to go with a higher intake of calories. It also fluctuates depending on the moon cycle and the sun cycle that I'm training. For example, today's sun cycle training with Victor was super light. It's heavily focused on stretching, which is amazing. But going back to the drink, this is coffee, organic coffee, and I brewed it with rosemary, dry rosemary, and yeah, very good for cognition. And then what I did after was I actually put almost I'd say about a tablespoon of raw coconut oil. Yeah, so healthy in fats as well. And I'm drinking this. I'm actually right here recording. I'm about to shoot some content for 300. Really breaking it down. So just taking a minute, saying hi to the fam on IG. Let's answer a few more questions. Opinions on Shilajit. Shilajit is a fascinating subject if you really think about it, because I feel like most people are under mineralized, right? The issue is the source of the Shilajit, right? Like, people have to understand that Shilajit, right? If you take it in a powder form, in a pill form, or if you take it from the raw extract of the earth, it's completely different. Like, your body is gonna digest it, process it completely different. So if you're gonna do Shilajit, which I highly suggest, always do it in the sap form. Always the resin. You want that. I do pure Siberian Shilajit, and yeah, it's been going really, really good. I enjoy it a lot. But I also suggest taking it with food because it can be hard on the stomach. But you want that mineralization. I notice a huge difference in my energy with Shilajit. How much does living? Oh, dude, living. I pay a lot for living here, like a lot. How do I cut down on soda and chips? Yeah, just don't eat it, bro. So you cut down on soda and chips, it's the realization of what soda and chips are, right? Like, a lot of people look at it and they're like, oh, dude, well, it's just a little cheat meal. But if you break it down, if you really think about it, soda and chips, right? They're hyper palatable foods. They are designed, right? Designed to make you addicted. It's very interesting because I even noticed a difference in how I used to perceive food, right? Like the healthy stuff. It wasn't as good. Why? Because it didn't give me that dopamine rush. It didn't give me that ecstasy. It didn't give me that high that I craved because I was addicted to those hyper palatable foods, right? So once you get off of that and you actually start enjoying actually organic, real stuff, you go back to the other trash, you detest it. Like, you feel like throwing up, bro. It's literally garbage. Like, straight up shit. Dude, fuck Skittles, bro. Straight up poison. Let's eat some frozen blueberries. That shit's amazing. All right, next question. Never eat massive food. Thoughts on Andrew Huberman? He's very knowledgeable and very smart man. Respect. Will you update Patreon? Okay, guys, so heads up with the Patreon. So this is what happened, right? I opened a portal for a couple hours. A lot of people signed on. I was dropping a lot of alpha. The money is still locked in Patreon, right? Like, I haven't touched it. The purpose of Patreon was 1 month subscriber and then give information for free for several months. But Patreon caught on because I paused the subscriptions. So yeah, basically, yeah, they literally shut down the group. So it's whatever. Like, the money's still there. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with the money. I might actually give it back to the community, to one of the glitches, one of the explorers. We'll see. We'll gamify the experience. But yeah, I definitely dropped a lot of knowledge there, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. ¿Qué es lo que fumas en los vlogs? No idea. What are some convenient healthy snacks? I mean, the snacks, it just depends on the purpose of the snack, right? Eggs, I think every person should be eating eggs, organic eggs. Why? Because eggs contain vitamin A, like pure retinol vitamin A. We're not talking about the garbage vegans try to feed you where they're like, yeah, kale has vitamin A. Dude, it does not have vitamin A. Pure retinol vitamin A, it does not have. What it has is beta carotene and theta carotene, right? But then most people tend to be poor converters, so then actually being able to absorb that and converting it to actual pure retinol vitamin A is very low. Therefore, you would have to be eating tons and tons and tons of vegetables, but then you also have all the anti-nutrient factors. So it's definitely a dilemma. But I'm going on a rant there, so let's talk about something else. Bulking tips: increase your fat intake, decrease the carbohydrate intake. Belmar's, how can I be in 300? I'm going to drop more information about 300 later. Right now I'm only picking people, hand selecting people. Is it worth counting your calories? Guys, so when I was fat and I got fucking shredded, I did not count my calories, right? It was all intuitive training. You literally feel your body. If your body, and but it comes with dedication, right? Like you have to commit. You're like, okay, whatever my body feels, I'm gonna stick to that regimen, right? So if I'm feeling bloated, it doesn't matter if I'm hungry, I'm not gonna eat. Like straight up, I'm not gonna eat. So yeah, but guys, be more specific with the questions so we can actually like tackle it, because I have to bounce soon. Okay, is chocolate acceptable or poison? This is a fantastic question. All right, chocolate, bad chocolate, processed chocolate, terrible for you. Anything that's over 75% cacao that's organic, I highly suggest it. Why? The amount of flavonoids it contains. I was actually doing some research and they're saying, I'm probably not gonna talk about it now because I need to do more research, but it's actually very fascinating. So yes, if it's 75% cacao up, half a bar a day, I'll eat it in between my workouts, amazing. So here's a pro tip. A lot of people don't like the flavor, right, of cacao. It's too strong, it's too bitter. They're used to the trash the Matrix feeds them. So what do? You bypass the bitterness by incorporating honey, manuka honey, right? If you're a vegan, you can do maple syrup. You can dip it in maple syrup. Coconut flakes on top. You can put almond butter. Like, dude, the sky is the limit. So just don't be a little bitch. Don't go back to the Snickers. What should I eat after doing a 5-day water fast? Dude, if you're doing 5-day water fast, just be careful you're metabolically flexible when you do that, because if not, you can fuck yourself up. But what I would suggest you eat, bro, is go heavy on fruits. Go heavy on fruits, vegetables, and potentially juices, and then the shred gourd as well. That's what I would suggest. And then once your body is a little bit flushed out with actual solid matter, right? Solid input of energy, I would suggest incorporating meat. What food stimulates digestion? A lot of foods. Actually, coffee is great for deaminating. Dude, Patreon, us backup sensei. Yeah, we'll see. Right now, I'm just focused on 300, guys. Height, and then helping people out here sometimes. What do you use to wash your hair? I do not use conventional products, guys. This hair does not occur with products of the Matrix. That is for sure. All right. I made 32K drop shipping today. I'm fat. Dude, if you made 32K in drop shipping, you should be happy and do like 300 push-ups. And if you can't do 300 push-ups, you have to ask yourself why, right? And I'm not saying about doing 300 push-ups in a row. I'm talking about doing 300 push-ups throughout the day. Do 100 in the day. It doesn't even have to be actual push-ups. You can do girl push-ups. You can do negatives. You can do static holds. Just do something, right? And if you're fat, just first of all, you have to change your perspective on fat, because that's a whole different topic.